I feel like I've told y'all a little bit about me, but I feel like I should tell you a little bit more. Born and raised in Bakersfield, California. I don't want to hear the slander about Bakersfield, California. It's the month of love. Not to call anyone out that is single as a dollar bill. No shade. And I don't know why, because I used to be like the older I get, the more I cry. And I'm like, girl, you're 22. I know you hit puberty years ago, but like, what's going on? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I don't know what day it is, but welcome back to my channel. My name is Chukwunenye. I feel like I've told y'all a little bit about me, but I feel like I should tell you a little bit more. I'm 22 years old, born and raised in Bakersfield, California. I don't want to hear the slander about Bakersfield, California. I already heard it enough. If you don't know where that's at, look it up. I went to UC Riverside for my undergrad. I graduated with a political science and sociology degree. All these things are in my high school to college transformation video, kind of. I did that a few months ago. And I picked UC on some Forrest Gump. I didn't know jack squat about it. And it was the dumbest decision I made, but best decision I made. Quite literally transformed my life. So now I'm here. But yes, welcome back to another video. I currently just got out the shower. I don't know if y'all relate to this, but do y'all know when you run out of your lotions? I just ran out of a CeraVe. This is what it looks like. I just ran out and I like took the top off, the cap off to like squeeze the last bit of it before I threw it in the trash. Are you the type of person to do that? Because I'm very much like that. But anyways, I digress. Why is it not working? Okay. Happy February, y'all. I cannot believe we're in February. That is insane. It's the month of love. Not to call anyone out that is single as a dollar bill. No shade. But it's the month of February. Okay. A couple of days ago, I had a FaceTime with a friend that was just so beautiful. Y'all know when you have those FaceTimes and you connect with friends that you haven't talked to in a while, but when you do, like the connection is still the same and everything's the same. It just flows naturally. It's like, I cried so many times and I don't know why, because I used to be like, tough exterior, like you couldn't faze me, like nothing. Girl, I was crying 4 times, like by everything she was saying. Just so proud of her and like everything. I'm not gonna get into the details because it's personal, but just such a beautiful conversation. Like the older I get, the more I cry, and I'm like, girl, you're 22. I know you hit puberty years ago, but like, what's going on? Maybe hormones, but just about beautiful conversations and the internal work that you do. Like something that I got from the conversation, the internal work that you do, you won't, or most likely you never regret doing it in the future. So all the things you're doing now, like therapy, exercise, whatever it is that'll make you better and better quality, you won't regret it in the future. Like it just comes up and shows up. And the freedom to be indifferent about things, not caring. I like to not say careless. I like to say just carefree. This is my 3rd pump. I don't know why I'm excluding so many pumps. The ability, I'm gonna go in with my petroleum jelly. Like one thing of this. But the ability to be carefree, baby, will serve you in life. One thing about it I've learned is you cannot care more than other people do, because it will cause you to wreak havoc in your life and a bunch of problems that you don't need. So something that I like to do is before entering a space, opportunity, situation, circumstances, not having any expectations, because when you don't, you're not disappointed. I think why, and I talk about this, I think why I did so at UCR was because I knew nothing about UCR. I didn't know if there was a church. Like y'all, I didn't even know there was a church in Newman Center nearby. Faith is one of the most important things. So you know what I did at 18? I said, I'm gonna go here, or 17, and didn't know jack squat about it. Now, does that make sense? 18-year-old though couldn't touch 22-year-old me right now though. So I don't know why I didn't. Like I knew it had my major. The only thing I knew about it was it had my major was in Riverside. Like what behooved me to pick it? I don't know why. But I had no expectation of it. I just knew it was a 4-year, it was accredited, and it was a UC. Now, I didn't realize that UCR, some people look at it as near the bottom totem pole, and I think it's a great school. I went there and like thrived. I think that's why, because I had no expectation. And I took opportunities as they came and learned from them. Some were great and some were like, girl, what a contract to get me out of this. Like I wouldn't do it again. But all in all, I learned from that experience, and that's why I thrived. So I think taking opportunities and having low expectations is putting yourself out there, girl. Just go do it. You're gonna do great. Like the opportunities that you are yet to experience and the ones that are going to be coming your way, you don't want to decline and not be ready for it. So take them. And the best thing, I told y'all this little trick. This is my eyebrow pencil thing. It's not really an eyebrow pencil, edge control, but I use it for my eyebrows. And then I have another one for my edge control. That's my disclaimer, okay? So that's really, really important. And then another thing is, your time is precious. Do not give your time to anybody. Quite literally, do not. No ma'am, no Pam, no Sam. Do not give your time to anybody. I don't care who it is, who the person is. If they are not making positive deposits in your life, tap the cashier on his shoulder and say, give me my check so you can check up out of there. Okay? Do not waste your time on people, because at the end of the day, people know what they're doing. And it's okay to be kind and forgiving, but be like, baby, this isn't serving me. And you have to know what serves you and be intentional with it. Because when you're not, well, you're the one that gets the short end of the stick. And that is something that I've learned too, is people will not care more time, your resources, all those things besides you. And time is always fleeting. It's never going to come back. So embrace every day and keep it pushing. And only invest in people that invest in you. You can tell when someone genuinely cares and wants you to do well and succeed in life. You just know. You can feel it, right? And and your intuition for the most part is never wrong. That's why when people say follow your intuition, they mean it, because it's never wrong. And oftentimes when we go against it, we get smacked in the face. And it's like, did we really have to experience this to get here? No, but we didn't want to listen. So now we're here. And I just always encourage people to trust the decision that you make, because more than likely not, they don't steer you in the wrong way. Yeah, they just don't steer you in the wrong way. And knowing that you will be successful in life in whatever you choose to do. I think having dreams as well, not sharing them with people, keeping them to yourself, and actively working towards them every day. Like having dreams for yourself and holding yourself accountable towards them will get you where you need to get in life as well. I think it's so crazy to look back. I always look back at because I just graduated, y'all, in September. And it's just so crazy to look back and see how far I've come just from that experience. And why am I getting teary-eyed? It is just so crazy, because at 18, I didn't know jack squat. What behooved me? Why didn't anyone tell me, girl, this is a bad, why didn't anyone tell me, girl, you don't know nothing about that school? I'm telling y'all, make sure you discern and make sure you da-da-da. And I didn't even do that at 17, 18. I guess I got a pass because, girl, it was just so much stuff going on. And it was COVID, just so many things going on during that time. And I picked it. I don't know why I was so comfortable picking it too. And going there and living in the dorms and then getting my own apartment, y'all. Literally, y'all, I never, when I tell y'all never, top to bottom, never envisioned owning an apartment. I remember my second year being in my dorm room. I was a single and a double. Well, I was a double for, but my roommate moved out early. So I became a single and a double. And planning in my head, I'm going to live with these roommates. I already was working as a peer educator. So I was teaching first year students, and I loved that job. I taught online. It was such a flexible and student friendly job. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Loved the supervisors. Everything was good about it. But I was working that job, and it was good pay. It was one of the highest paying jobs on campus too. So period. Never knew how to get that job. Let me start off with that first, since I got off on a tangent. So end of first year, I applied for the peer educator job. And my peer educator at the time was like, oh, you should apply. I ended up getting the job, one of the best jobs that I ever had. And I ended up working with a peer educator that had taught me first, a complete full circle moment. And the second year comes and I'm like, okay, my housing situation, what am I gonna do? Now, I knew there were on-campus apartments, but those on-campus apartments, baby, they fill up fast, okay? So I was like, okay. So my plan was, was to live off campus. And I was like, okay, I can live with my friends, but okay, figuring out rent, okay, then gas, and then car, and then all these things, meal plan, all these things. And I was like, I had an RA at the time in my living in the dorms as a second year, because I didn't live there first because of COVID. And so she was telling me about the RA experience. Didn't know jack squat about the RA experience besides her experience, and she was in the dorms. And I was like, oh, I think I'd want to live in an apartment. That would be so cool, living in an apartment. But didn't think that ahead. I was planning to live off campus and just figure it out. And keep in mind, I had no loan, no payment, no loans or anything like that. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to live in the apartment, or I would like to live maybe in the apartment. So I applied, and you put your preferences down, and mine was for the apartments or whatever the case was. And it's so crazy because even before that situation, I was in an org called Gamma Phi Beta Honor Society, and this young lady had lived at the apartment that I had served as an RA as. And she had said iffy things about it. So I was like, okay. It didn't bring much to it because I was in the dorms. I wasn't in the apartments at that time. And that was never on my vision because California is expensive. I don't care what anyone says. California is expensive. And living on your own, most students, you pick the most financially frugal situation, right? You live with roommates to eliminate the cost of housing. And wow, I got the apartments. And I, at 20 years old, y'all, lived in an apartment. Ooh. My life literally changed at UCR. So, dumbest decision I made, but the best decision I ever made. Literally, best decision I made. I graduated with a 3.7, finished 2 degrees, graduated on my birthday. I turned 22 years old and I had 2 degrees. God makes no mistakes. That's one thing about it. I don't know why I'm getting teary-eyed. Trust the decisions that you make. You quite literally never know what your life can turn out to be. Every time I think about it, I cry because that 17-year-old girl, I wish I could just go back and give her a hug and be like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be great. Just keep going, keep persevering. And there were definitely moments where I wanted to drop out of school and I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I can't, like, so many things were going on and I kept persevering. And it led me to where I am today. And amongst other things, like my research, and so many other things I got to experience, the community, the beautiful things about it. That's why, like, UCR will always have a special place in my heart. And UCR has, like, some of the friendliest people there. Now I'm doing, like, a campaign for UCR, but truly my life literally changed going there. And to say that I lived on my own, like, in an apartment at 20 years old in California, because I got compensated through RA, so I didn't owe any rent or a meal plan, y'all. What? For 2 straight years on my own, and I got to decorate it how I wanted it to. Literally, life changed, literally, quite literally. Ooh, every time, like I said, I think about it, it gets me emotional. So be intentional, be all in with whatever you're doing, whatever the case is. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't let anyone make you feel like your dreams are too big. No, they're too small and you need to kick them down the hall. Okay? I know I rhymed there. Okay? But yeah, I just want to come on here, share some encouragement. I have some fun YouTube videos coming up. It's February, so the month of love. Well, love should be every day to will the good of the other, but I got some cute little videos coming up. I think y'all enjoy it. But yeah, I'm going to tie my hair up and put the bonnet because I need to go eat. I went on a little walk earlier today, like 6, and I was like, you know, it's too dark for this caca. Let me take my butt inside. I was only maybe outside for like 15 minutes. Then I walked around my house and I was like, you know what? We're going to do better tomorrow. We're going to get this together tomorrow. Because I like to exercise in daylight. It's just safer. And I didn't have my taser, so what? We're not doing it. But yeah, just keep going, keep persevering. You're going to be successful. You're going to experience so many things in this life that you will not possibly imagine. Keep dreaming big, and stay focused. Yeah, and I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.